This is my fight song, take back my life song, prove I'm alright song. And I don't really care if nobody else believes, 'cause I've still got a lot of fight left in me. I still got a lot of fight left in me. Ladies and gentlemen, can you imagine a life with hearing impairment and difficulty in speaking? It would be a very difficult and inconvenient life. However, one woman managed to fight through her disability and find the meaning and purpose of her life. Meet the deaf motivator and comedian, Miss Katie Buckley, and this is her story. Hi everyone, my name is Katie Buckley and I was born in Buckley, Ohio, USA. When I was born, the doctor diagnosed that I will be, quote, a slow learner, stating that I will live all my whole life with mental retardation as disability. In simple words, that means I'm going to be an idiot. Because of that, I was put in a special school in order to get education. It was only 2 years later into my education though that they discovered it was not mental retardation. I just had hearing loss. And those doctors dare to call me slow? In order to be able to speak, I had to go through speech therapy. Every week, my teacher will teach me how to pronounce letter by letter. However, at first, it was very difficult for me. Instead of A, what came out of my mouth was eh. However, as a kid, I was so determined to be able to speak that I didn't give up. After weeks, I was finally able to spell my first letter, A. At the same time, I also learned how to do sign language and lip reading in order to understand other people. After that, I was given a hearing aid. As far as my parents were concerned, I was already fixed and looked just like any other normal kid, and so I was moved to a regular school. However, I hated it there. I couldn't understand the other kids because they were talking so fast and I couldn't keep up with the teachers. I tried to make friends, but they just couldn't understand me. I was so stressed all my time there that I tried to commit suicide 5 different times. Thankfully, I also failed 5 different times in committing suicide. Finally, I graduated from high school with 1 point average. In Indonesia, that would mean graduating with a score of 20 on your national exam. After my graduation, when I was 20 years old, I was confused on what to do with my life. So I decided to go to the beach to find some inspiration. I was sunbathing, it was fun. Suddenly, lo and behold, a 3,500-pound lifeguard jeep ran over me. That day, my whole life flashed before my eyes. I saw life after death, or at least I believe I did. It was so blue and the cloud was so white. Suddenly, I remember that I didn't want to go yet. I still wanted to find my dream. After that, I woke up with incredible pain all over my body and I saw the paramedics trying to save me. Because of this, I was in and out of the wheelchair for 2.5 years. The doctor said I would never be able to walk again. Ha! Suckers! I gave all my effort, dragged myself, and finally, I was able to walk again. However, that was not the last of the bad thing that happened to me. When I was 27 years old, I was diagnosed with cervical cancer. The doctors told me that if I didn't take the surgery, I would only have 6 months to live. Even then, they couldn't guarantee that I'm going to live any longer after the surgery. 6 months? At that moment, I was so desperate and angry, I almost gave up. I was angry at how unfair God can be. I was screaming, I was complaining, God, this is unfair. Why did you do this to me? For quite some time, I couldn't control my anger until one day, I looked at the mirror and I noticed what a fighter I have become. All the effort I put into fighting for my life. And so I summoned up all the courage in me and took that surgery. It wasn't easy. It took me 2 years until I finally recovered. But there's still one thing. I still haven't discovered my dream. Until one day, out of the blue, I decided to join a stand-up contest. I mean, my life has been miserable anyway, so why not make people laugh out of it? And thankfully, I won the 4th place national. Something inside me sparked, and one comedy routine led to another, and I began to build reputation. National stages, appearing on TV, and becoming motivated by sharing my life story with other people. That day, I discovered my true purpose and meaning in life, to share my life story and make them laugh, motivating them to become better people. Ladies and gentlemen, life could suck sometimes, but if you didn't give up and keep trying and fighting, you will find how beautiful and meaningful life could be. So, I'm Buckley signing off the stage. Bye bye!